We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on. And today our Cancer sun is trine Saturn retrograde in Pisces. This is huge. This is like the turning point of the retrograde where it hits us too. This is actually huge for the collective and huge for twin flames. We're noticing, especially as we've moved into 2024, these astrological transits and alignments are affecting us a lot more within these higher frequency energies. I was kind of tapping into that this morning, right? We're really starting to feel the astrology and the astrological events a lot more. This is huge for twin flames too, as a lot of you guys have unfinished or unresolved business. You might feel like things are moving a little bit slower, sluggish right now. They most certainly are. This is a time to rest and to reflect. It's a time to review how things are going, to reassess and to get a new plan moving forward. So oftentimes when we're in a Saturn retrograde, this is like showing us the work that we need to do. It's all about actually those goals and clearing limiting beliefs, which are our biggest blocks. And this is something huge that twin flames deal with specifically. There's a lot of ups and downs within the journey. I call it a journey, as it's going to take you through this entire kind of journey of healing too, within yourself and doing that deeper inner work. And we can't skip that inner work. Like I had someone I was dealing with this morning and they were very upset. They said, oh, I thought we were, going to go right into union. Well, it depends. Everyone is different, but oftentimes you can't skip the healing work that comes up. There's a lot of highs and lows with twin flames. 1 minute you're top of the moon, you're talking to them, right? Next you're in these lows and separations, and you're going through the purges. Those purges are the healing spaces. You're needing to clear whatever's coming up, each layer that you're going into. These layers can happen while in union. They can happen in separation. It just kind of depends on your own unique journey and situation. But I have found that this stuff goes a lot deeper. And this ties in with our Saturn retrograde, as sometimes it comes down to our relationship templates and what's there. So sometimes we do really have to go into that healing to release things. And your twin flames playing out in the outer, whatever circumstances are going on within your own relationship templates. So Saturn is a huge, we'll say cosmic force, but it also wants us to master whatever area it falls on in our birth chart too. So when you look at where Saturn is and your placement in your birth chart, this is what you need to really work on healing and mastering karmically in this life. And you're going to notice your entire life revolves around that Saturn placement too. Saturn is like, I don't want to say it, no BS, like get things done, right? And we know that. It's our lessons in life, and it's hardcore, but it's helping us to go after these bigger goals. It wants to unlimit you, and sometimes that's purging out and releasing the limiting beliefs, which can be a lot of work, so that you can go higher and go after those dreams too. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some cards for the divine feminine. Remember that Saturn has a lot to do with karma. Twin flames are definitely not a karmic relationship, but you're gonna deal with a lot of karmic energies coming up from your past, because they do trigger and rip open all of your wounds and all of that past baggage. And you're meant to move through it and to move into those higher states of, beautiful frequency and union. And it can be a lot of work in getting there, and a lot of self-reflection too. So we have a lot of self-reflection happening right now, especially about this connection. It will make you question everything in your life, right? And maybe even the person. That's the doubt that gets triggered within it too, about your person or your situation too. So we have a lot of clearing that doubt coming up through the collective right now. Okay, so remember, this is just a general reading. Make sure you're doing those one-on-one calls for me. They're great if you just need an update, clarity on what's going on. You should do them every so often anyways, especially if you are a flame, but I do sessions anyway. But for right now, we're going to focus on the flame stuff. This is huge too. This will give you an update. It'll keep you with a plan, what to do. It'll help you a ton. And then I have the healings on my site, which is actually doing the work. I know, right? And a lot of you guys like to avoid doing the work, but those energy healings are going to help you so much with releasing the deep blocks that are coming up specifically on this journey. You can't just meet your flame and skip it. There's a lot of healing that goes into this. So I always say you're going to need to clear a lot of energies, and you'll know because you're dealing with a lot of heavy emotions. We talked about those highs and the lows, right? Especially in those lows, you're dealing with a lot of thoughts coming up and energies, we'll say. Make sure you're doing more clearing work. It will help you a ton. Make sure you're doing more of the healings. I also do activations on my website. This will help you a ton on your journey. So Twin Flame is trying to point you inward, keyword inward for Saturn retrograde, to heal more. So make sure you're taking advantage of those healing sessions I have on my website. I also do Twin Flame coaching. I was explaining to someone this morning also, that's why you need it. This is going to help you a ton. I've gone through this process myself, and this is why I was taking notes and paying attention. And also I work with so many of the twin flames in the collective, so I have the beautiful view of getting to see so many perspectives and, you know, fine-tuning what to do and things like that. So I can help you so much. And then with Saturn retrograde's energy today, with today's alignment, get a mentor, get someone that can help you with this journey. It's going to help you to shift you right out of those tough spots that you may not know how to navigate. You might not even see the path ahead, what's coming, because you haven't been through this before. So it's important that you're also finding a healer that can help you through this process and help you to clear these deep blocks that we've been carrying around with us our entire life, that your twin flame most certainly is going to trigger to the surface for sure. They're going to trigger a lot of fear, worry, insecurity, and doubt that you have to heal. So it'll help you a ton. Check out my website. I have a ton of things up specifically for today's alignment today too. I'm working with today's energies. I was resting up yesterday because I know that the next 3 days, today and the next 2 days, bring a lot of powerful astrology, and we want to be tapping into these energies for sure. So we have a lot of fast moving energy over the next couple of days, powerful for healing. There's a lot of healing energies coming up around us, and it can really elevate you and your specific situation right now. So great time to be doing energy work. Okay, Divine Feminine. What's going on for the Divine Feminine collective? Divine Masculine, if you're watching, messages from your feminine. I should have believed in you. You always have my best interest at heart. Okay, so when things are going good, you don't question things. When things aren't going good, this is where the fear kicks in. I say worry, doubt, disbelief. And things are inevitably sometimes going to take turns into those shadow work and darker places we need to heal, especially with your twin flame. You may not have had enough trust or faith in your twin flame or the situation. You may have been questioning them or their intentions. This happens from toxic relationships of your past, Divine Feminine. It's not your Divine Masculine. And the energies like tomorrow specifically, I'm not going to get into it today, but we have a big Venus shift tomorrow. This will help you to see things more clearly with your Divine Masculine too. We got a lot of old lenses, childhood, past relationships that can come out, and distorted beliefs, clearing those distorted beliefs, especially around love and how you're seeing your Divine Masculine. I'm trying to move on, but thoughts of you linger and I can't control them. Okay, not able to move on from this connection. Maybe you're not meant to if you're not able to move on. See, the thing with karmic connections is you'll just be like, all right, that was over, and you move on very fast, or you heal. With twin flame, this is a separation. You might have gone through a breakup. This isn't for everyone, but if you're in a separation, it's very common. I was asking someone, you know, how many separations have you done? They're like, well, like 5. Okay, so, and I feel, because I've got to help a lot of people navigate this, each one is going to take you into a different layer that you need to heal, every single one. And so this can be normal. It'll feel like a breakup. It'll feel extreme. It'll trigger your abandonment wounds so that you can heal these and things like that. But it's meant to help you in some type of way. Every layer that you're going through, you're working through different issues that are coming up too. So you guys might know that you've been through spaces of separation. You're being guided to not move on so that you can do the work to get into union. You're not meant to. Now, my favorite, I see people when they spin, and that's your twin flame will easily set you off at times, and on either side, but this is a reading for the Divine Feminine. It might be like you feel like you're not getting enough, you want to get into union, you're impatient. So the key is to have patience. They will make you spin, and I see it where like, I'm done with this, I'm going off to, you know, finding someone else, whatever it is, because I saw a woman going through this yesterday and they were like really spinning. And this is normal too, because this is something you got to clear. It's part of our programming when it comes to love and things like that. And so you might hit these spaces too. And this is like, you will think you're moving on and you'll go through that purge, but you're definitely not. And you know you're always being guided back to your twin flame, even if you are, you know, ego takes over, because this is ego taking over and trying to take charge and take control, because this is a process where we have to dissolve our ego to come into union, and you're going to go through a lot of layers of it, and it's going to make you uncomfortable. There's going to be a lot of darkness, shadow, thoughts, energies that surface and come up, and you could be fine and they're triggered to the surface, and you have to understand that too, to just be gentle with yourself and keep healing what's coming up. You're being guided to keep going and to stay on course with this connection and even manifesting this connection. I want to hold you again. I need to feel your body next to mine. This is, you want physical union with this person. You know it's possible from past lifetimes where you've done this, but we've never taken on so much baggage to heal. Twin flames, you knew you could do this. You chose to come here to the planet. Your twin flame is meant to motivate you. You want this physical union. You crave touch. We're in Cancer season. It's a very, let's just say there's a lot of kundalini, sensual, sexual energy in the air, right? And it's all about, you know, like that inner world too, but it's also, you crave physical union with this person and everything amazing that comes with it, right? The touch and the being around them, and, you know, maybe living with them physically, being with them physically. You crave that physical connection because we know that we have that spiritual connection anytime, especially the more you've connected with them here in the physical. But we crave to bring that down. You know, it's like we're in the spiritual, right? We're spiritual beings, but we crave to bring that down into the physical. And I know that it took me many years within my ascension to begin to manifest the spiritual work that I was doing down into building in the physical, because we just want to build in the physical. And Twin Flame is in the physical is a good example of that, the union in the physical that we all want, because you can literally just close your eyes and, like, you know, my twin flames with me now. I feel them around me all the time. I close my eyes, they're with me. And, you know, energetically, trust me, there isn't a second that you're not feeling them and you're not with them once you've, you know, merged in the spiritual. So oftentimes you're merged in the spiritual first, whether this is from past lifetimes or the connection that you began in that love bubble or early on, and you crave to bring that into a physical union. We're still humans, and we have this humanness about us where we want family and children and marriage and whatever it is. And a lot of times twin flames are the opposite of that, right? But we crave that, what that represents of that physical union, right? That beautiful spiritual marriage, but in the physical too. And we'll say sex, I can't talk about this on video, but sex is a representation of that too, of merging together in the physical. So there's different ways spiritually that we merge together with our twin flame, in the physical, in the spiritual, and even mentally too. You're going to notice you have such a mental connection with this person. You could talk to them about anything. They get you. You enjoy talking to them. They mentally stimulate you, right? You learn new things when you're talking to them, and they expand you in the mind. And even spiritually too, you're going to notice you're very spiritually aligned with this person, maybe their lifestyle, how they're living their life, and things like that. And people don't want to hear that, but your twin flame also reflects back flaws and things you need to work on. So I see a lot of people, they're like complaining about, let's say, things their twin flame does, but at the root of that, you might be doing these things too, right? So I know, like, oh, my twin flame's out partying a lot. Well, you were out 5 days last week partying too. Maybe it's something you got to work on, and that's just an example, because I see many couples with this kind of dynamic or things like that. But your twin flame has a similar lifestyle to you if you know, look at what's going on too with things. So just know that your twin flame is to help you to break out of patterns, but you're going to notice that you probably have a lot in common. Like if you're a homebody, they probably are too, or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Or the other things, you're gonna notice how they're living their life. Your core values align with a lot of things too. Maybe you're really spiritual and your twin flame is too, and things like that. My spirit is always with you. Can you feel me? Do you still love me too? So this is Divine Feminine is asking, does the masculine love me? Do they even care about me? Like, right? Okay. They just are afraid to show their feelings and get vulnerable at times too. That longing that you feel, those pulls, wanting to be with them, they feel that too all the time. And so they do love you, and they might have a hard time expressing that or showing that, or it could be overwhelming, the connection to them too. So know that too, that they're feeling the same, we'll say, energetic things as you too. I feel separation is negative energies you got to deal with, the purges, and they're from within. It could be other things in your life, but they're just a representation of what's going on within us, the outer. So when we have a lot of stress and problems, and we'll say it's the outer and blame the outer, it's always from the inner. and things that we need to heal too. And so separation is repulsion. It's the push and the pull that twin flames go through. You might push each other apart, but when you're ready for reunion and union, like, you'll be feeling it on a soul level. And it's hard to describe because you'll think it's a physical level, like we talked about the physical of wanting that, because you will want your twin flame, you will desire them on every level like no one else, sexually too. But this is something different. This is a spiritual magnetism. And so sometimes we can try to tune that out or push that out, you know, especially runner will try it, but it doesn't matter anyways. You're both feeling a magnetism to come together when the time is right for reunion and union. And it's like such a pull to this person. You just want to spend time with them. You just want to be around them. You just want to talk to them, whatever it is, hang out with them, right? Or interact with them. And you might try to stay away. Oh my God, because we see this, right? I see this, I have someone else in my inbox, like, I think I'm just going to ignore them and go no contact. And you can't. And you'll know that too, because you'll break it. You'll be like, right? Okay, so it's a very strong pull. I described it because I was telling my twin flame this too. It's like a heart chakra pull. And yes, sometimes you'll push them away. This is the sabotaging stuff that comes up and causes separation, especially for the divine feminine, which is huge on that, sabotaging more. I don't know why. And then this is the pushing away. And then when we have the external, usually it's the masculine, but it could be either, because I see a lot of inverted flames. We won't go there, but so usually the masculine Michael runner is from that repulsion of yourself and your energy. You were pushing them away in some type of way. It could have been how you were talking to them, treating them, things you were saying for them to go. We'll say that. And then for the poles, when you're magnetized back to them, they will be too, and they'll be feeling it. And it's such a heart chakra connection. But we have to do that inner healing work so that we can clear any pain, separation pain, wounding, past pain, traumas from our heart chakra. Because while twin flames connect at every chakra, all 7, okay, align. But the heart chakra especially, this is our soul. I feel our soul connection. Like when we feel our soul is coming through the heart chakra really strong. And it is the source energy, but it's something different. And so you're feeling that magnetism from your heart chakra when you're clear and when you're in self-love and love and you're lit up and you're feeling good and you're all bubbly, right? You're like, we're feeling my flame, like time for my flame. I want them bad. And you're feeling it. And it's in some type of energy pull. And they're feeling it too. They're feeling a pull to you. So just know that too. That heart chakra connection is coming on strong and even stronger as we're in Cancer season too. And it's getting us back to that heart space, especially through Cancer season and then Leo season. We do a lot of inner child healing in both and heart chakra opening. I wanted you to see the real me now. I've been hiding from our love for too long. And this might have been ego masks, the mask, right? And knowing at the core that you're the same. And so sometimes we can get distorted seeing each other. We talked about that too. And the real you coming through more strongly. I wish I could take back the hurtful things I said. It was wrong of me to take my frustration out on you. So divine feminine, we talked about saying things to the masculine, projecting things. Be gentle on yourself. You're dissolving a lot of intergenerational trauma patterns and programming that come out with twin flames. So a lot of regret on the divine feminine side, but most importantly, lessons learned with all of this. I want a future with you. You might feel it's impossible or far off, but you want to be with this person. You want a physical union and to spend the rest of your life with this person somehow, some way. Right? You want that future timeline where you know you do come into union, but you don't know how, and sometimes you don't know how it's possible. So you want to be with this person. The distance between us kills me. Any separation, distance, it kills you both. It's so hard to heal. It's so hard to go through. So this could be separation distance, distancing, this person distancing from you, avoidance patterns, or it could even be physical distance here on earth. This is very hard when it comes to relationships. It can be very hard to have like physical distance if you guys are in, I say other lives, right? Other cities, states, countries, other lives. This can be common with twin flames, that there's a lot of external circumstances within this connection. I was selfish and stuck in my ego. Divine feminine had the ego come up. That's what happens when you get triggered and you go in these spins. Your ego comes up with all of those negative thoughts and floods you, and it gets nasty. So this is the ego that you've had to move through, or ego layers. I want to hold you. We talked about wanting a physical connection. I hate seeing you with them. Take that as it will. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. Twin flames are dealing with a lot of low self-esteem and self-worth things that might affect the relationship or might be reflected back. All right, you are healing a lot of, we talked about ego beliefs, and this is like on your spiritual path. This is crown chakra work and healing the ego and a lot of ideas, beliefs, and distortions, especially around love and relationships. Finances and career. Work on your career right now. You might be affected financially right now or stressed out financially. I talk about this a lot anyways. Sacral healing so that you can really work on flowing in other areas of your life, especially if you're in a separation. See it as temporary, that you're being guided to really work on yourself without the distraction of your twin flame around. Okay, keep an open mind. This person is going to be polar opposite to what you're used to. I know, right? And like, in fact, if you're really strong in one polarity, your twin flame will they'll hold the opposite polarity to you in a lot of ways, and that's where we see with the divine feminine, divine masculine. But this is in other ways too, where you might be really, really strong in a belief, idea, or something you're good at, and they're the opposite of it, and you guys are meant to really work together. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Allow your feelings to guide you through this process. All right, time to have heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss how you feel with this person. Open up. Don't hide your feelings. This will help things. I need a break to heal myself. You're being guided to really heal yourself. You go through these rebirths. Sometimes the hardest part is doing that healing by yourself if you're in separation and you know that, and that's needed. So the healing is coming up huge right now. From the moment I saw you, I knew you were the one. We always talk about this soul recognition. You know that they're this person. It's only with how things are going or how you're manifesting things, keyword how you're manifesting things, that the doubt and the worry come up after and are triggered. You knew when you met them, this is your person. We were created out of the same embers of the same stars. Every day I pray to be with you. We have a lot of manifesting, and know this person's manifesting you too. They're praying to be with you too. I want to have children with you. This whole journey was for us to find our way back to each other, and know you do that again and again, not just in this lifetime, but in every lifetime. Okay, so we have the Chariot, and this can represent a water sign. So this is the Cancer card. Doesn't surprise me because we're in Cancer season. Cancer is going after what you want and things moving fast. This is willpower, operating from the solar plexus. This is clearing obstacles in your way and getting motivated, going for what you want. There's a lot of energy that should motivate you. We have a lot of hope in the air right now, and this should help you moving forward. This is like things moving and acting fast on things. We have the King of Swords, and this could represent where your masculine's outside at right now. They're operating at too much overthinking things and taking their emotions out of it. They're being logical. This might be a good thing. Think about if your masculine's like this. They might be really clear and rational. You know, they follow their head over their heart. They are very strong in their, we'll say, morals and discernment. So right now, they're in their head right now. They're trying not to act out of their emotions. They might be very emotionally balanced and not show their emotions type. And when they get emotional, they might go distant. We have the Six of Pentacles, and this is like, okay, we have, and this is actually this is generosity and an even exchange of giving and receiving. Divine Feminine, I was saying this, you might feel like you're getting very little back from your Divine Masculine, and you're waiting for them to reciprocate all of the love that you have to offer. You want to be in love, but be loved back, right? And I was saying this, otherwise it's an uneven exchange, and some of you guys might feel you're really pouring your energy into your masculine and not getting a lot back. And the key is for twin flames, when you guys pour into each other, I know, and you get a lot back, it's like you're bouncing off of each other. And so when you're just throwing your energy one-sided, you could end up feeling drained or feel some type of way, or even feel a little bit used by this connection, because it wasn't like this when you first met. And you might feel that pullback of the masculines right now. So you want an even energy exchange. You want a beautiful reciprocated relationship, because you know it's amazing. And you guys had a glimpse or a taste of that in the beginning when it was like that, and your masculine was charged up. You want them like that. And for some in separation, it might be back like that. All right, this is the Seven of Cups. Make sure you're not in your head thinking there's better out there. You might be daydreaming and fantasizing a lot. We're dealing with a lot of Neptune energy right now, especially this week. And stay grounded in reality right now. Stay focused on what you want with this, right? You got to really commit to this union. The universe is trying to get you to anyways. There's the universe past all of this, and we only see this much in the physical of the spiritual, right? There's a whole ocean, and we're seeing that little drop. And so stay focused and committed to this path right now. This is important. Okay, so we have the Emperor. You might be healing father issues right now. This person might be acting kind of stubborn with you, and you might be needing to heal something within your own masculine energy for this union of what it is triggering or playing out. Make sure you're just moving through the healing, because we have the Star in reverse, and this is destiny. Okay, so I had a weird dream, and I don't even think last night, and I don't even think I can like put this into words, but last night I was really, really high all day, right, with connecting, we'll say, with the flame energy, and then I felt very upset right before I was going to bed. My flame knows that because they have to navigate this too, and I know that's happening. So I went to sleep, and I had a lot of dreams, but specifically I had a dream, and I can't remember all of the circumstances, but it was like the tarot cards were in it, which is a little out of place, right? And so I remember a woman there. I think I was supposed to be doing the cards, and I had pulled a couple, but I can't recall what those were. And then this woman says, "Oh, we were supposed to be doing these cards," and she has a tarot deck. This is like astral tarot deck. It's a little different than our world, though, right? And I remember her flipping over one card, and you know, and I don't think it was the best circumstances in the dream, right? And she flips over this tarot card, and I remember it being, and it wasn't any of these real tarot cards. This was, like I said, an astral world, right? It was like, these are other worlds when we're dreaming. And she flips over a card, and she says, "This is destiny and fate." And destiny and fate are gonna, I don't want to say like stepping, because I can't remember exactly, are gonna come in and step in and like a surprise, like they're gonna come in. Because I remember her flipping over this card, and it wasn't any of our tarot cards, it was different, this card, we'll say, and she flips it over and she says, "This is destiny and fate." And she was like implying it in like, something is gonna happen, something is gonna, we'll say, happen that you can't see with all of this, because when you look around where we were in the astral, it was like, you know, horrible circumstances, we'll say, and it was like this, you know, and she wasn't like a reader or anything, and she flips it over and she says, "It's destiny and fate are going to come in with this," or whatever. And then I kind of woke up, but I took it as a very powerful spirit message, because usually I don't always remember all my dreams, right? And I'm a very vivid dreamer, and I took it as, you know, obviously a message about what I was going through in my own situation, because you can kind of have a lot of, like I said, these highs and lows with your situation. So I have this happen, and this is the Star, but it's in reverse, and this is not having faith in fate and the universe, because usually this is having faith in your destiny. And this is something that your twin flame may have you questioning, because you question a lot of things. But I know I write a lot of books, and I was writing in my most recent book probably yesterday, and I write little things in there, and I was talking about questioning my destiny, because it's clear what my destiny is as this healer, right? Hi, right? Like, yeah, and I've been, I don't want to say picked or put into this destined path, but obviously I don't want to say it's ego, because it is my soul. It wants something different, right? It wants to do this union, but I seem to have a different type of destiny. So it's had me questioning my path, my destiny, and my purpose in this universe, because this is something twin flame may have you questioning a lot of things at different times too. So I remember writing about it and getting this message. So we have the Star, and this is divine feminine, is needing to clear limited beliefs and to trust in yourself, your path, and your destiny. And this is like trusting in the universe, that the universe wouldn't put you through all of this if you weren't, you know, ending up in union, if that is what you want, or that, you know, taking care of you in some way. So this is also trusting in, and this is a huge thing that I talk a lot about, because we're having to trust in things like destiny and the fates. And these are things that can happen in our life past the scenes that have a lot of control over our life, our reality, and even how things will play out too. And then this is what this woman was talking about. I don't remember, but she was talking about the destinies and the fates of the universe and things like that in this dream. So we're beginning to understand, especially through the twin flame connection, things like destiny, our fate, our path. And doesn't surprise me, we're in I say karma retrograde, Saturn retrograde, yeah, karma retrograde, which takes us through our past. So you might be feeling memories surfacing right now. This is a twin flame reading, so probably about your twin flame, or things from the past surfacing. You might feel very nostalgic right now with these energies. Okay, so we're going to do a quick reading for the Divine Masculine. Make sure you guys are checking out the healings on my site. Like I said, it will help you a lot. Okay, so Divine Masculine Collective, Divine Masculine to Feminine. I'm feeling lost and don't know what to do about it. And so this can make you feel like that. Like I said, where you're questioning your life, and especially the Divine Masculines, because a lot of them have been trying to please family, society, you know, things like that, but they're searching for more within the spiritual, especially since they met the Divine Feminine. They want union too, and they might feel like they don't know how with all of this. And this is where the individual work comes up, because we have a lot of blocks and excuses that may be mirrored in the twin flame dynamic between you both, where you actually have a lot of the same core blocks. I know, right? I noticed that my twin flame, you'll think you're opposite and so different, but actually they're mirroring and reflecting your same issues with it too. So if you're someone that needs a lot of, we'll say, independence and space, so does your twin flame. If you're someone that's worried that they can't swing, you know, a relationship because of work, so is your twin flame. They're really focused on that aspect too, and other things like that. And these are just things of the blocks that come up with twin flames. So know that you actually have similar patterns that you're actually trying to heal about this relationship and about this connection too. I settled for second best because I don't deserve you. I see you in the face of strangers. You're always with me. You might see people that look just like your twin flame or remind you of them. Like, I was watching a movie last night, and this character in the movie, right, said something to the girl that my twin flame had said to me. It was very eerily mirroring, right, and stuff. And I remember that. And you might see it through things that you're being shown or seeing, or within people in the matrix. I have so many twin flames that say, oh my God, I saw someone that looked just like my twin flame, or I was scrolling social media and I saw a post that the picture looked just like her. You were my home, and now I feel like I'm out in the cold, and you both might feel like that too. So this is like root chakra issues coming up for Divine Masculine. I miss your beautiful smile and joyous laugh. This used to light up my world. You are the light in the darkness, and sometimes you'll be like, oh, I should just leave them to it, because Divine Masculine can retreat and go into their own world. This is from past lives of doing enlightenment, because we did so many past lives by ourselves, and this is what they're used to. And twin flame comes along and shakes up the core fabric of your reality and everything that you know. But you, this is a reading for the masculine. Divine Feminine is the light for the masculine in so many ways, that if they're depressed, isolating, low, you bring that light back into their life. And so you might feel that, you know, I don't say darkness, but some do go through dark night of the soul, or layers of ugly shadow, or things that come up or are triggered from this. But you definitely go into that void space when you're working your way into union without a lot of communication, right? Less communication, more void. And you're like in limbo, a spiritual limbo. So it's like 4D, or the void. It's a little different. And especially in separations, you go right into those darker spaces and into the void to work your way out of. So it helps to have your twin flame around, because it's going to light you up. And it could just be a message or a call, or, you know, spending time with them, or a date, or hanging out with them for a night. You go into these highs, and it makes you feel so much better. And when they're not around, you don't feel very good. You're like, right? And you feel that. And so Divine Feminine wanting to be a light for the masculine, especially if they're in this darker space, and you know that your presence is supposed to be a light. And I was really downloading a lot on this morning, that twin flame acts as a guide for each other in so many ways in the higher. And so this is why, you know, the things they tell you are meant to switch on things for you, or whatever it is. So you might know that you are that candle in the dark, and you don't want to leave them in that space by themselves. You want to sit there in the dark with them if they have to go into the dark, if they have to do that shadow healing. You want to be by their side and doing that with them and helping in some way. You're worth more to me than I let on. So, and this is Divine Masculine, how they feel. They care just as much about you. I want to treat you the way you deserve. I've been manifesting you, and so I was saying both twin flames are definitely manifesting each other right now. Just know that. I can't let you go. They may have tried. I see a lot of times people push away, and it was like this girl was sending me all these memes of it yesterday, for masculine, like only when you get real close do they push away, right? You might have got a little too close and they might push away. They might have tried to, they might have done their usual, but they can't let you go. They found that it feels worse the farther apart that you travel. It feels terrible. And that, you know, it feels better the closer that you are. I've been working on myself and I'm not the same as I was before. Both twin flames are changing from this process. You've both gone through a lot of ego death energy, literally in your life, and even rebirth energy, especially from this connection. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. You might, and this is something I said yesterday, you might know that you're both waiting for each other and that you're worth waiting for this person and that the search is over when you meet the one. That's how you'll know it's the one, right? That you know that you're waiting for this person or being prepared. All right, make sure you're flirting with your twin flame divine masculine. You have a beautiful, lighthearted, inner child flirt energy with your divine feminine. They eat that up. They can't get enough of it. You got to weigh with your words, right? And you remember that from day one, where it was really flirty and lighthearted and nice. And I know, right? And it lifts up the vibe. Make sure you're flirting a little bit with your divine feminine. This will bring the romance and play back into the connection. You deserve love. You're lovable. I don't know who taught you guys that you needed to be healed, because, you know, oftentimes we're not going to be done. It doesn't matter twin flame or not. We're doing ascension, and there's going to be times where we're going into that caterpillar and that gooey mess and coming out with another batch of upgrades as the butterfly through ascension alone, because we're handling all these ascension upgrades. I was trying to explain this to a DF yesterday about their DM, that they're going through a lot of upgrades. It's a lot to handle just going to work in these ascension energies. Are you kidding me? 2024, we're all doing prison plan and trying to do ascension at the same time, and this can be a lot to handle. Throw in twin flame. Oh my God, right? And so divine masculine, you are lovable. This divine feminine, they love you no matter what. They're mastering unconditional love with you. I was saying that your divine feminine is here to teach you unconditional love and to help you to master forgiveness and unconditional love, because you'll have to forgive and you'll have to come back to a space of unconditional love if in separation, in order to reconcile. This person is here to help you to, I want to say, learn or master or embody that higher level of love that twin flame will require, and you know that. All right, children, some of you guys have kids that are affecting your love life, and some of you guys might want kids. We talked about that. You might see your future in this person. Depends on where you're at. All right, trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Have faith right now, divine masculine. Trust in this connection. I thought I could detach. Being apart only makes the connection even more intense. And so a lot of divine masculines are realizing that if they did detach and deactivate, and I've been trying to study this, I can't even put it on video, nervous system reaction when you feel anxious about this. The problem is we feel a lot of separation anxiety. So this may have caused you to push this person away too, especially when we're getting near union. That can kick off. So just know that some of you guys might have even tried to detach and then you miss them even more. You have many blocks for union still. Just clearing your inner blocks. It's always the thoughts about why you can't be with this person that come up. I search for you in every lifetime. This is a deep past life connection. You know that this is your person from past lifetimes. You need to heal how you're seeing things. A shift in perspective is needed, and you're needing to shift out of everything gets real dark when we fall into the lower, right before separation and in separation and during it. And then when you're in the reunion and union, you can see again. Stripping past the illusions right now of how we're seeing things too. So you're needing to shift how you're seeing this person in this situation and even yourself. Everything I see now reminds me of you. And I can't remember what I was writing yesterday of seeing a lot of signs. Like I keep seeing my own twin flame's name everywhere pop up. Like what random, I know, random everywhere or things like that. It doesn't even have to be that. It could be other signs that are, you're always constantly in your mind being reminded of this person. You could see, you know, a post on Facebook or something and you're thinking about this person, something outside, whatever it is. Okay, Six of Swords. You're being guided to go on that spiritual journey. I think we had this card last time, Divine Masculine. This is moving on from the hard times, though. This is supposed to heal you, this connection. And this is to help you overcome hardships, release your baggage. Some of you guys need to travel. This could be to your twin flame or a spiritual journey or even traveling overseas. You're in a period of healing, but you're being guided to travel. A great time to go travel with your twin flame somewhere. I'm dying to go explore some of these spiritual sites with my twin flame, right? I've been waiting to travel. Some of you might have wanted to make travel plans with your twin flame. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands, and this is a happy reunion energy. This is my twin flame energy. This is like If you're seeing 1111 all the time or other angel numbers, this is letting you know about your twin flame. This might have a significant meaning to you and your twin flame. I always say me and my twin flame started dating on the 1111, right? Okay, like anniversary. But you might see 1111 with this person or about this person or confirmation. You might be thinking about this person and you get an angel number right then. And things like that. This is reunion energy, coming home. And after separation, which is the worst energy to ever feel, I have people talking to me about it yesterday. They were like, I was in such a low. It took me so low. I've never been that low in my life. I'm not going to go into that, but it can take you so low. Remember that after separation comes the reunion, and it is like that. I know, beautiful energy. And I was saying, remember, in a lot of the love stories and movies, usually there's some type of fight, misunderstanding, breakup. It goes horrible. I know, right? And they get back together in almost every love story movie I've ever seen, right? Like, right? And then remember that about our lives and how they're planned out too. So oftentimes there might be a separation. I think it's just to teach you the connection that you don't want to be apart on some level. Okay, so we have the Hermit in reverse. The Divine Masculine is becoming too reclusive. You're withdrawing too much. You might be withdrawing from the union or your Divine Feminine. You're feeling, I don't want to say shy, but you need to get back out into the world, and you're lonely. You're lonely without your Divine Feminine. I said this is only something your Divine Feminine can heal, or Divine Masculine if it's the feminine going through this, but this is reading for the Divine Masculine. You're feeling lonely without this person. You're missing them. You're feeling sad. It might be depressed, so you know you miss this person. 10 of Wands, you have too much on your shoulders right now. You're carrying the load. And this is like, maybe there's a karmic cycle that you're stuck in. You're stressed. You've taken on too much responsibility. Some of you guys have been playing parent for the parents, taking on a lot of family obligations. Could be actual children, karmic wives, girlfriends, other things like that in your life. You got a lot going on that you're taking on too, that might be affecting this union and why you feel you can't do this union, because you got all these obligations. That's what Saturn is. It's all the responsibilities that we have. Some of these is just programming from childhood where you've been programmed to take on that role for people, and letting go of that energy. So you're needing to let go of people that are blocking this union, things and situations, or even past issues. Some of this you have done that work of letting go of everything, but you're needing to let go of your past. And you're also needing to let go of control about this situation with union. Some of you guys are trying to control it or control the feminine. I see a lot of masculines where Divine Feminine wants to hang out, and you guys on purpose don't, and put the feminine through a lot where they're begging you to hang out all the time, and you're like, no. Or you want them, they want you to call, and you don't call because you're getting off on the controlling of the situation and what it's doing and feeling good and powerful. But it's throwing off union for both of you and creating a lot of the suffering, because if your Divine Feminine is upset, you're upset on those days. And when your Divine Feminine is happy, you're happy, right? But it's controlling the situation, or, and things like that. Or, it just kind of depends on how that will manifest. So needing to surrender to the universe and allow this situation to open up, unblock it, and kind of flow with it too. All right, I'm going on that note anyways, but have a beautiful day. Going to be doing healings all day on my website. I always am anyways. Just go ahead and book me on my website if you need me, sparksofdivinelighthealing.com.